All right, so I'm going to go on a limb. So the San Francisco 49ers as my draft prediction. So this is a bold take. This is a hot take. The Niners will draft a tight end, Brayden Willis from Oklahoma in the 5th round. And here's why he can definitely come into the Niners. So versatility is very important. He's a guy that can play the position tight end. He's a very good blocker. He's a guy that can do everything. He's kind of like a oversized wide receiver, but he has some natural ability. He's a yak guy. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's a definitely a good compliment for George Kittle to have as your number 2 tight end. The Niners have met with him multiple times. They like what they've seen out of the guy, and it seems to me, I watch a lot of his film. I watched him play at Oklahoma. I'm very impressed with this kid. This guy could be the most underrated tight end in the NFL. When it's all said and done, I think this kid's going to be the guy that eventually takes over for Kittle. But Kittle has plenty of years in him, but you do need a number 2 tight end to complement him. It makes a lot of sense because he fits exactly what we want in our tight ends. We want a guy who can block and who can make plays, catch the ball, be a red zone target. And he's gotten better throughout the season. Last year, he had a season high with over 500 yards receiving. He was pretty much a do-it-all tight end. He's very much a guy you can get in day 3. So you can probably get him probably in the 5th round and develop him. The Niners seem to go for that route. They tend to draft a player in the 5th round that nobody had no idea about. And people had no idea about George Kittle then. Nobody had an idea of what Drake Raylon was then. I mean, we can go on with these draft picks, but most of the guys we get in the 5th round, like Tolano Hufanga was a big name, but he slid because of his speed and all that. But I think what we do really well is get somebody in the 5th round. I think Brayden Willis will be the next 5th round gem that you're going to have to watch out for. He's going to be that number 2 tight end that will beat out guys like Ross Dwelley, Charlie Warner. He'll get more snaps. He'll definitely elevate this offense to another level with him and Kittle together. If Kittle were to miss some time, Brayden Willis will step in and have a solid type production, and it will not be missing a beat with this Niners offense. So I think getting a guy like Brayden Willis would be a really upgrade at the tight end position besides George Kittle, because he kind of pushes the competition between Ross Dwelley and Charlie Warner for those snaps and the playing time. So I do think that's what the route is going to be, because you need an actual number 2 tight end. You need somebody you can count on, somebody who can block, somebody who could do the dirty work. And watching the film from Brayden Willis, bro, the guy does the dirty work and he's under the radar. The Niners really like him, and it's possible that we can get this guy. So that's my bold prediction, that we are going to get a tight end for this year's draft, and it's going to be in the 5th round, and it's going to be the kid from Oklahoma, Brayden Willis. Book it in the 5th round. You heard it here. Come back to me within the next few weeks after the draft, and I'll tell you why I'm right about this. If I'm wrong, oh well, just go in the comments and just say whatever you got to say. This is just a hot take. Don't take it personal. It is what it is. But if I'm right about this, you're going to look back in time in that video and you're going to say, ooh, you were on point on something. It's just something I know about, but not always accurate. But I have a feeling that this is possible. So have a great day, y'all, and go Niners.